Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So here's a couple of test hand videos bringing out to you guys today. Starting off with Salamangreat. So figured I'd just show you guys, a couple of test hands with Salamangreat since, I've been meaning to do this and I apologize for the delay. I've just been busy all week and plus, let's just say a lot of things have been coming up, so I haven't had the time to actually record these for you. So after this one, I'll present the Blue Eyes one shortly after and yeah, just kind of go from there. So anyway, hope you guys are doing all right. I hope those of you guys, have a good Valentine's Day this weekend. I'm mostly just going to be home for the record just because, it's going to be really cold, unfortunately, here in Texas. So yeah, it's going to be a long week because apparently it's going to freeze every day. So joy. But anyway, as per usual, like I did with the how-to play videos, I'm just going to show two test hands, one going first, one going second. The only difference now is like I'm not really gonna teach you guys exactly how to play the deck. I'm just gonna show you guys like what I can do with my hands. So that's why my videos are gonna be called the test hand videos now at this point, simply because it just makes more sense. Like I'm not gonna be like Sam where he just like shows you like a basic combo of what you're supposed to do rather than doing a full-on test hand. So like that's kind of like the idea behind all this. So anyway. Enough chit chat, let's go and get started. All right, so for our first hand, it's gonna be, oh nice, Solemn Strike. Salamangreat Rage, so love to see that. Sign It Mining. Ooh, nice, and Salamangreat Circle. So this could actually be the card we need to get things started, but let's see what else we get. And another Solemn Strike. Okay, so considering what I have to start with, I think I know what I can do. All right, so for sure, we're going to go and activate Salamangreat Circle first. So with that, we're going to search out a Salamangreat monster. Now, I'm actually not going to search Gazelle just yet. Instead, what I want to go ahead and search is... Now, you can go one of two cards. You can go Salamangreat Spinny, or you can go Salamangreat Jaguar. I would probably lean towards Spinny simply because... it's a card that can essentially bring back your cards. Or if you wanted to, you could go Salamangreat Foxy as well. Foxy can kind of do a similar combo without banishing itself too. So if we get Foxy, we can pitch it off with Sign It Mining, and then we can ditch the trap card. Of course, yeah, your opponent's going to get knowledge that you have it. But at the same time, we don't really want to lose Spinny too early because, that's kind of like the idea behind this. So you know what? We could do it that way. Because like another thing we could also do is like if we get Foxy, we can at least normal summon that, do the Pot of Duality search. So let's try it that way instead. So we'll get Foxy. Yeah, because either way, I should be able to get something out of this. So let me go and give my deck a nice good shuffle here, and let's see what we can come up with. All right. So now what we're gonna go ahead and do is normal summon that Foxy. And then we're going to go and look at the top three cards. Oh, what the hell? Really? Gazelle. So, okay. Well, Gazelle's already guaranteed in our hand at this point. And another Sign It Mining. Well, the only card we can get now is Gazelle. So, yeah. You know what? I can't complain now. Huh. All right. So, oh, wait. I don't know why these are going to the graveyard. They actually go back to the deck. All right. So, now I'll go ahead and play Sign It Mining. So, yeah. With Sign It Mining, I'm actually going to go and activate that. We'll pitch Rage for costs. At this point, it doesn't even matter because our opponent doesn't really know that we have Solemn Strike in our hand either, so that's a bonus. So yeah, we'll just go and discard that. Now we can add Spinny at this point. So yeah, we'll add Spinny and kind of just go from there. All right. So next, we're going to go ahead and link off Foxy. We're going to make Balinks. So pretty much you already know what the combo is going to be. So Balinks effect Chainlink 1, Gazelle effect Chainlink 2, so we'll special. And then we're going to go ahead and add our copy of Sanctuary. All right. Next, with Gazelle's effect, you can go one of two cards. You can go Jaguar, or you can go, what's his face? Or not, it's what's his face. You can go for the other trap card, Salamangreat Roar. That way we have access to both trap cards. Because what's also interesting to know is that even though we did discard the Rage, if we link into Wolf by the same name again, this card will reset itself from the graveyard. Of course, it'll get banished if you do it that way, but At the same time, that's not the worst thing. But I think just for the sake of this combo, we're actually going to go and send the Jack Jaguar after all, simply because, you know, recursion is kind of key in this deck, and this deck has a crazy good recursive strategy, so that's one of the cool things about it. All right, next we're going to go ahead and discard Spinny. We'll just target that Banelings, give it 500 extra attack points, but we're not. That's not the whole point of that. So next we're going to go and activate Salamangreat Sanctuary. I'm going to go and link off my Gazelle and the Banelings. Now we're going to go into our Sunlight Wolves. So summon one and then link off again for the second one. All right, next we're going to go and use Wolf's second effect. We're going to add back the Salamangreat Rage. And then with Spinny's effect, we're going to go ahead and, yeah, we're going to go ahead and go for, actually, no, better yet, we're going to go for Jack Jaguar first. We're going to spin back this one, back into the main deck, to special, effective Sunlight Wolf, to add back Gazelle to our hand. And honestly, at this point, I think I'm actually going to save Spinny rather than use it now. Because at least next turn, I can at least, as long as I play the stall game, I should be able to kind of link forward, you know? So, like, yeah, that wouldn't be too bad. And not to mention, at this point, you're pretty much good to setting the rest of your cards face down. So, like, yeah, we could do it that way instead. So, set 3. And just like that, you can pretty much pass. Because, like, Solemn Strike is one hell of a card right now. Especially this format. So, yeah, and plus if your Jack Jaguar leaves, you still get Gazelle next turn. So, that's pretty nice. So, like, again, during your opponent's turn, you know, if he's, like, summons out 2 monsters or something, you could just play this, target your Sunlight Wolf, pop 2 cards. And, of course, if your opponent has a way to, you know, recur or just come back, you got Solemn Strike to stop monster effects. So that's pretty nice, too. And plus it negates summon. So, yeah, like, it's a good way just to out, like, certain things. Because, like, next turn, you draw for turn. Okay, so now we got Salamangreat Roar. So I'm glad I kind of chose to send Jack Jaguar for this. You could special summon the Spinny, and of course link those off. Spinny would get banished, but that's fine. Go into your update jammer at this point. Sunlight Wolf, if you decide to use it again, you could probably add back your Jack Jaguar to your hand, but I would probably hold off on that. So, well, actually, that wouldn't really be the worst thing. So, yeah, add back Jack Jaguar, special summon Gazelle if you so choose. And then, of course, Gazelle will dump another card. I would probably go ahead and add... Actually, I'm going to go ahead and send out Falco. That way, Falco's effect... actually, does it have to be on the field first? This card is sent... No, it just has to be sent to the graveyard. So, yeah, Falco could reset... Salamangreat Rage for you. Wolf's second effect, add back your circle, so you could save that for later. Falco's effect, well, actually you can't use Falco effect again because we already used it. You'd have to choose one or the other. So yeah, that even then that's still pretty good. And then afterwards you can go ahead and activate Sunlight Wolf's, or not Sunlight Wolf, Foxy's effect. Pitch the Jack Jaguar if you want to special. If your opponent happens to have a face-up spell or trap, that's a good way for removal. And then you can link off these two to make your Transcode Talker. Transcode Talker, and then Transcode Effect, special summon back the Update Jammer. At this point, you should have enough to kind of close out the game anyway, so yeah. Update Jammer with Transcode, make Access Code Talker. And yeah, start clearing boards because the access code is broken. You'll target your transcode so that way you can gain 3,000 attack points. Banish these 2. Yeah, and attack twice for like 10,000 points. So yeah, you're pretty much good with that. But anyway, that's just kind of like the idea of what you could do with the Salamangreat deck. So anyway, we're going to reshuffle everything back and we'll do it going second hand this time. All right, give me 1 second here. Alright, hopefully on this going second hand I can see Parallel Exceed. I always love seeing that card. That card's just great. But yeah, Sullen Strike, opening up with 2 might not, wasn't so bad actually. It turned out to work out. Oh, can't forget that. Alright, let me give my deck a nice good shuffle and we'll go from there. Oh, and by the way, I did actually happen to get a playset of the super rares of Parallel Exceed, so I'm really happy with that. So, anyway, let's go ahead and see what we got now. Give it a nice good cut. Alright, so our going second hand this time is... Ooh, Harpy's Feather Duster. So going against a back row heavy strategy, that's really nice. Monster Reborn, love to see it. Okay, another Silent Mining. What the hell? Seriously, we got Salamangreat Circle again? So, yeah, that's pretty nuts. And, ooh, Flame Buffalo. Okay, so plenty of things I can see here. Now, of course, we don't have any hand traps, which I'm actually surprised I haven't seen any thinking about it now. But at the same time, I'm not entirely worried. So, again, against a full back row heavy deck, you have Harpy's Feather Duster, which by itself is already a blowout card anyway. So, anyway, your opponent sets up his board. You get to draw for turn after he's done. Oh, nice. Parallel Exceed. So, a lot of good combos I can see here right now. So, when you enter your main phase, of course, I would suggest playing Harpy's Feather Duster right away just to see what your opponent has for back row. Again, if he is playing a back row heavy strategy. But if he's not, like a combo heavy deck, Harpy's Feather Duster might not help too much. But again, it's always good to be prepared for this. But again, if you're considering that we are in a control format, Harpy's Feather Duster is not a bad main deck option anyway. So yeah, blow up your opponent's back row and then kind of just go from there. Probably go and activate the Salamangreat Circle first. I think for this one, for sure, I'm going to get Spinny this time. Because it's free discard fodder. Or actually, you know what? I think Jack Jaguar actually makes more sense. Because of the fact that I can easily still go into a card like Silent Wolf, but I don't want to chance it at the same time. Yeah, you know what? We're going to go for Spinny. I feel like that's going to be the correct choice on this one. Just so I can at least have a free extender regardless, so yeah. As long as I can make Access Code Talker going second, that's really all that matters. I can still do the combo just fine without it, so yeah. Because the whole point of this going second hand is basically just to kind of OTK your opponent with Access Code. So anyway, normal summon Flame Buffalo. We're going to go and link that off. So again, you pretty much already know what the combo is going to be. So at this point, we're going to go ahead and go Baylink. So Chain Link 1 Buffalo, Chain Link 2 Baylinks. Always add that field spell. Well, it's at the bottom of the deck anyway, but still. Always make that Chain Link 2 because in case you accidentally draw into Sanctuary, Baylink's effect is not going to be able to resolve. So yeah, that's just kind of like common sense there. All right. And of course, with Buffalo, we discard this. Oh, you know what? I messed up. I forgot to use Parallel Exceeds effect. So I could have made that Chain Link 3. But you know what? It's fine. We'll go and discard the Spinny. And then we'll draw our 2 cards. Okay, Jack Jaguar. So you know what? I'm glad I didn't choose to search out that Jack Jaguar. Drew into another Silent Mining, but you know what? That's fine. So now we're going to go and play Silent Mining. We'll pitch the Jack Jaguar. Now we can add Gazelle. Oh, way at the bottom. And then Gazelle's effect will trigger to special. And then Gazelle's effect, we're going to go ahead and dump another Salad card. I guess going second, we'll send the Rage. Just because, it's really good just for spot removal too. But again, at this point, I think it doesn't really matter too much. So, yeah, we'll see. All right, so next we'll activate the Sanctuary, just to kind of keep things rolling. Link off these 2 for Sunlight Wolf, and this time for sure we're going to go ahead and make sure to use Parallel Exceeds effect. So, Sunlight Wolf, Parallel Exceed effect, since we link someone, we'll special, and then we can special summon another copy of itself directly from the deck. Both become level 4s. So, yeah, Parallel Exceed. If you wanted to, you could go into a rank 4, but especially because, I think I have enough materials to still go into an Access Code Talker. So, yeah, if your opponent did somehow miraculously survived it, you could do it that way. But again, for the sake of the video, I'm really not going to do that. So anyway, let's go ahead and go Wolf for Wolf. Oh, wait. That's the main deck. It's supposed to be right here. All right. So Wolf for Wolf. Then we'll use Jack Jaguar. We're going to go and spin back the first one. It's a special. Sunlight Wolf effect. Always get back your Gazelle, because Gazelle's, you know, really important in case your combo goes wrong at any given point. And we're going to go and use Wolf's second effect to add back the Salamangreat Rage. So now at this point, we're pretty much free to do everything we need to. So yeah, for sure, we're going to go ahead and link off those two to make Update Jammer again. And then this and that to make Transcode. Transcode effect, special summon that Update Jammer. And of course, you already know where this is going. So we're going to go and link off into Access Code. All right. And of course, Access Code will target the Transcode, make it 3,000 attack points. Banish these two to pop 2 more cards. And if you wanted to, you could go ahead and banish that Balinx if you feel confident enough to kind of like, you know, you can OTK your opponent with the beater. So yeah, like that could work too. Because again, we have more than enough materials at this point. Because another thing I could see we could have done is just like make Splash Mage just to have an additional pop. But again, that's just overextending. This by itself is still enough. We still have hand advantage. And plus, if your opponent happened to out that Access Code, you have Monster Reborn to bring it back later if you needed to go that route. But yeah, like Access Code again, yeah, you should be able to win the game just downright that way. So anyway, yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Sorry this was a little longer than usual, but overall, I thought this was pretty good. So I will catch you guys again on the Blue Eyes video.